And now it's all coming to light thanks to you guys. Hi and welcome to Flaa Talk. I'm Kjersti Flaa, and here on my channel I talk about my good and bad experiences in Hollywood and working as an entertainment reporter. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel. Yesterday I got a really good boost, so that's really amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't yet, please do and hit the notification button so you don't miss an episode of Flaa Talk. It means the world to me to have you guys support. Oh my God, this is so crazy, you guys. From posting that video yesterday, if you haven't watched that, I think you have to watch that first before watching this one. It's a lot going on right now. It's a big mess, and it all evolves around my Wikipedia page that someone is trying to manipulate to smear me. And now it's all coming to light thanks to you guys. I was just checking before I started recording this video, and my page is more or less back to the way it was. It's got hundreds of edits on it, and it seems like there's a little war going on there, and it's just freaking awesome. You guys rock. I mean, I have no words for my gratitude towards you of what you've done. I get teary eyes just talking about it. I received so many emails, so if I didn't get back to you yet, I'm so sorry. I've been going through a lot, but oh my God, it's so freaking awesome that that together we can just, like, you know, tell these people off. Like, this is not okay. This is not something you can do to someone, and especially coming from the Blake Lively team. I am pretty sure it's coming from them, let's put it that way, because of a lot of things that I will go through in this video, because some of you guys digged a little deeper. You dig deeper on this guy called D.F. Lovett, who created a lot of the new changes. So this guy came out on Substack in an article saying that he thought my Wikipedia page was suspicious. Why? No reason. He just thought it was suspicious that I had one, and that this guy who created it, he was wondering who he was. And he could find no connections to this guy and Justin Baldoni's team, but he still thought this is very suspicious, which is quite interesting coming from him, because D.F. Lovett did 11 changes to my Wikipedia page on December 23rd, the day after Blake Lively or her story in the New York Times appeared, and the way after she filed a complaint in California. She hadn't filed a lawsuit yet, but it was all out in the open. And this guy, D.F. Lovett, the first thing he did was go in and correct my Wikipedia page. And he thinks the other guy is very suspicious. The thing is, he had absolutely no reason to suspect this guy was doing anything like creating a page for me for anyone else than just being a Wikipedia creator or a contributor. Because there was nothing on my page that was off, there was nothing that was wrong, and still he found it suspicious. But then it's not suspicious that he finds it really suspicious without having anything suspicious about it. That's not suspicious at all. Anyway, so he changed one thing in specifically that I found a little suspicious. There was a story there that I spoke about yesterday with this actress called Claudia Kim, and I asked her if she read Harry Potter in English, and she said yes, and I was really impressed by that. And then for some reason that got reactions in South Korea from some trolls who started to say that I was racist or whatever for saying that. It's so absurd to me. Anyways, I never understood what was going on there, but it did get there was some Korean newspaper who wrote about it. Anyways, so D.F. Lovett changed this. So he changed it in an article who claimed it to be racial insensitivity to being racist. So to me, just tiny little things that he tweaked on my Wikipedia to make me seem a little less likable and a little more corrupt or a little more controversial, and all the things that would be in the favor, obviously, of Blake Lively's team. So this girl, Andrea, actually, thank you so much, Andrea, for doing this. She sent an email to Wikipedia and asked why Paul Pachat had been banned or blocked from editing, because that's what this other guy did. He, so DF Lovett reported this guy, Paul Prashad, so he was blocked from editing more on Wikipedia. Wow, he's got a lot of power, this guy. Anyway, so Andrea, thank you again, wrote Wikipedia asking why Paul Prashad was being blocked. And they said to her, in light of off-wiki soliciting of changes, I have applied pending changes to Flaa's biography for a month. That means that any changes will need to be reviewed by an experienced editor for that period. So my Wikipedia is now a little bit flagged, I guess. Paul Prashad has been blocked, but not banned, he said. I know it sounds pedantic, but as used on Wikipedia, the two words mean different things. He can file an appeal if he wants to, but we cannot accept an appeal from you on his behalf. He needs to show an understanding of what happened and how to avoid in the future, which obviously nobody else can do for him. So I'm guessing that DF Lovett have gotten some help from others to get this guy blocked from editing my profile, so that DF Lovett could go crazy editing it himself. That's not suspicious at all. Anyways, one of you guys, thank you so much for this, looked into DF Lovett to find out who he really is. And it says here, he's an unsuccessful author. Okay, I'm reading this email now, so these are not my words. Someone sent them to me, okay? And the person said, DF Lovett is an unsuccessful author of books that no one has ever heard of, such as The Moonborn, aka Moby Dick on the Moon. Then I also found out that DF Lovett is Vice President of Content and Search Experience Optimization at Rocket 55, a digital marketing agency. It's based in Minnesota. On their website, they write that they specialize in marketing small, medium-sized businesses. Here is where it gets interesting. In the past, Lovett did the marketing for the Trolley and Deadpool collaboration for their limited edition gummy candy, Tiny Hands, which means there is a Ryan Reynolds connection. To what degree? That I don't know exactly, but it's definitely there. The person also says that Lovett also seems to have a few industry connections, so he's familiar with the showbiz. To me, this just proves that but DF Lovett has ulterior motives, and I believe he's behind the Wiki smear campaign against you. And then someone else sent me this. It's getting even better. DF Lovett, Vice President of Content and Search Experience Optimization, meaning that this guy works with optimizations of SEO, meaning that Google search engines and stuff like that. I don't know too much about all that stuff, but I know you can manipulate Google in ways that some articles and stuff will come up before they would naturally if you boost them a little bit and whatever. Anyway, so he also looked at Rocket 55, their X or Twitter account, and they're following only 11 people. Isn't that interesting? One is Travis Kelce, which is Taylor Swift's boyfriend. And another one is Hugh Jackman. And then, voila, the third one is Ryan Reynolds. And they're only following 11 people, and these people are amongst them. Then I received an email from someone else saying that here are a couple of theories I have about DF's interest in you. I've also worked in PR strategy and marketing. He might just be writing about you because he recognizes this is an opportunity to get noticed, given that the Blake Justin situation is trending. If he writes anything controversial and or bait rage about you and people comment or share, even out of frustration, this boosts his visibility. That might be an option. But since DF specializes in writing content, articles, plus SXO, search engine optimization, if Blake or Ryan or their former CIA friend hired Rocket 55 to help with search engine results, Right now, if you search Blake Lively, there are still a lot of negative search results. This could be to help cast doubt in the public eye on the criticism around Blake. This might be to paint any prominent voices as unreliable. You have a large following and have been proven to be authentic and honest journalists, so this might be in an effort to undermine your credibility. And PR strategy can rely on increasing the number of planted articles to help change the narrative in search results. One thing that I actually noticed myself was that the first article after D.F. Lovett had been in and fixing up my Wikipedia page, the first article there was a People magazine article that was linked at the bottom saying that Blake Lively faces backlash over uncomfortable interview. Sources blast journalists' rude statement. So this article is basically a source telling people that I was the one being rude in that interview, and that's the #1 article that comes up on my Wikipedia page. Not suspicious at all, especially considering all the articles that have been written about my interview, and a lot of bigger publications than People magazine, who we now know also is very pro Blake Lively. This person continues talking about Rocket 55 and is saying that writing from this personal platform where he isn't linked to Rocket 55 instead of elsewhere like his LinkedIn, which is linked to Rocket 55, could help the content to seem organic and not as though he or his agency were possibly hired by Blake or the former CIA agent for help with SXO. Yeah, pretty interesting, you guys. I feel like I'm learning more and more about this now, and the more I look at the Wikipedia page, the more obvious these things are to me. And I also saw someone sent me a link to a Reddit thread that this guy was in with a lot of other Blake Lively disciples that were like attacking me, saying that, oh, this journalist, she also has an interview with Blake Lively in hold, that the interview that I actually published is not the real interview. It's much longer, and I cut it and I edited it so it would seem bad for Blake. That's not true, by the way, just to put it out there. So it's a little group of people out there that are working to try and discredit creators. That's been obvious for a little while. I see some of my colleagues here that are also covering this have been dragged into weird little things happening. I know Donna from Daily Dose of Donna all of a sudden was banned from commenting on Instagram for a couple of days. It's all these little things that are happening that, it's good to keep an eye out. Anyways, I just wanted to give you an update of what's going on. And again, thank you so much for being so supportive. And I'm so sorry if I haven't been able to get back to you yet. Yesterday was the Oscars. I was at a viewing party and I met this girl there. She came up to me and she was like, oh my God, I saw your Blake Lively interview this summer and I was thinking about you. And I was like, wow, that brought back so many terrible memories for me. So she told me she was shooting one day at Gossip Girl and Blake Lively made her cry. She said, I can't believe she's been in this industry for so long and she got away with this behavior for so long. It's just insane to me. And she said that she was working there. She was supposed to be this girl in a store, whatever. And Blake Lively came in. She didn't say hello to her. She completely ignored her. And when they were starting to shoot, Blake Lively didn't show up and they had to go to her trailer. And she was yelling at people, being like, I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. And all the cast were there, the crew waiting for her to get off her phone. And it was delayed by 40 minutes because she was on the phone. And she was so rude to this girl. She was just like shaking when she told me the story. And it's so crazy to me because now I've been hearing a lot of these stories and they all are so similar. She made so many people cry. It's crazy to me that this kind of behavior has been enabled and been able to, that she's been getting away with it and she's still able to have a great career. I don't know if it's because she's with Ryan Reynolds. I have no idea. By the way, that little Deadpool cameo thing that just appeared at the Oscar yesterday, people have been asking me what I think about it. And I'm like, I don't know why he did that. I think Conan O'Brien did a pretty good job actually hosting, and I think that what he was doing there was just taking a little bit of a dig at Ryan Reynolds, making him like a fool dancing around on stage in front of everyone, being like a little bit ridiculous. Kind of like Ryan Reynolds did with Nice Pool in Deadpool versus Wolverine. That's my opinion. I think because Colin O'Brien were taking digs a lot of people yesterday. So I don't think it was a shout out to Ryan Reynolds at all. I think it was like, you're a fool. This is what you look like. I could be wrong though, just my opinion. Anyways, you guys, thanks again for watching my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And hit the notification button so you don't miss an episode. And please keep digging, you guys. You are amazing. I love it. I love you guys. I could not have done any of this without you. You are my resources. You are the reason why I can have this channel, really. So thank you so much. Yeah. I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.